Living life in isolation versus being engaged with the world. There are positives and benefits of each. Those who can live in isolation, in seclusion, they're able to focus on themselves, grow spiritually, become more disciplined, and can connect in a very different way than when you have to be engaged and involved yourself with daily living. As opposed to those who are engaged in the world, though they are not secluded, they lose that, but they have the opportunity, the potential to influence others, to impact someone's life on a day to day basis. And perhaps that's something which is invaluable. So, what is it? Is it a life of isolation or is it a life of engagement? Perhaps this week's Parsha gives us an insight into what is the preferred way a Jew is supposed to live. In Moshe's Musar Shmuz, in Parshas Eikev, which again, better than any Musar Sefer you need, you read Parshas Eikev, you really feel it. It's powerful. But Moshe says something really interesting. In the course of his rebuke of the Jewish people, he tells them that as a result of the sin of the golden calf, I had to go back to Hashem and I had to pray with him for 40 days and 40 nights, and I didn't eat or drink. And Moshe is almost complaining to them that look what he had to do. He had to spend another 40 days and 40 nights with God in the heavens. And if you take a step back for a moment and think about this comment, you're puzzled. That's a punishment. Moshe's upset that he had to be with God, to commune with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, if you will. That's the greatest feeling in the world. Our job is to be V'atem hadveikim b'Hashem Elokeichem chayim kolchem hayom. We want to have dveikus. We want to cling to God. Moshe has now gets another 40 days. What a great deal! This isn't Musar. What kind of rebuke is he giving to the Jewish people? Says that Tiferet Shlomo, the Radomsker, says, no, you're getting it all wrong. Moshe is giving the Jewish people Musar, not because he doesn't want to be with God at all times, but there's a recognition that Moshe understood that life is not to be lived in isolation. Moshe's job is not to be alone from the people and only with God, focusing on himself and his selfish needs. But rather, no, Moshe's a man of the people. His goal is to inspire others, to work with others, to help, to make a difference in their lives. And when Moshe loses that opportunity, to Moshe, it's a tragedy. He lost 40 days to make an impact. And that's those 40 days he can never get back. I think for each and every one of us, it's important to remember, yes, there is value in secluding oneself. Certainly for a couple days vacation might be a nice thing to do, but our lives are lived with the people. Our job is engagement, not isolation. We're not monastic like a monk. That's not what it means to be a Jew. A Jew works each and every day, day in, day out, to make a difference in the lives of other people. And I hope for each and every one of us, as we get closer and closer to Chodesh Elul, we remember that yes, this month coming up, we're going to be focused so much on our Bein Adam Lamakom and getting closer to Hashem, Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li, and that relationship is crucial. But the underpinnings of that relationship is to ensure that we're doing our job of Bein Adam L'Chavero, making sure that we're looking out for our fellow Jews, fellow human beings, and making an impact on society and influencing others and inspiring others to get closer to God and to live a life worth living, a life of meaning and hope, and one where we can continue to improve the world. Have a wonderful Shabbos.